Bloody clothes are nothing to me. Most women get used to dealing with it early on. To be fair, they left the scene of my crime as was. I'm probably still wanted in Boston. Why not Mexico too? With all the yelling, I wouldn't have time to properly take an eye. But I already took his sight, so it wouldn't matter. We're all gone, after all. Crawling out the window, I wandered through and between a couple buildings to an empty street. I should have been more careful, but I felt nothing. And I stared at the nothingness around me, not being able to take in any detail, step by step. My brain felt less and less like its own. The most pain I felt that night was removing the band from my tangled ponytail. Turns out hair tied up, then dampened by anything, will always be a pain to deal with. I felt a couple drops trickle down my forehead. Then a couple more. And as the rain poured, I began to laugh. I looked to my arms, watching the blood wash away from my skin. I lifted them up to the sky, staring as I laughed. Then dropping my right arm, I made a fist with the left, and I raised a middle finger to cheers to whoever sits on that throne in the clouds. I couldn't help but scream, "Fuck you," at the top of my lungs, my voice challenged by a cackling of thunder. And I laughed. Breaking in this way felt good. Maybe it shouldn't even be classified as breaking. Maybe this was me finally accepting the new puzzle, the picture that my pieces have created. My moment was interrupted by Emidio. He chuckled as he clapped a couple times, commending me for doing what all poets try, only in a much more blunt wording. Removing his coat, he wrapped me up. "Okay, crazy, let's go," he said, and he took me the long way home. He hummed to break the silence. I don't know if he was doing it for my sake or his own. I don't think he likes the silence very much. Ela, seeing the red that stained my shirt down into my arm, smiled, only slightly, as she handed me her comb. "Got your dues twice over with this one, I see." She pointed me to the stuff on the side that they lifted from his rented cabin. At first glance, I could see things easy enough to sell: a few guns, alcohol, weed, all of the like. I walked away from them. planting myself on the deck, staring out into the pitch black of the sea. I didn't speak a word for the rest of the night. I watched the sun rise and set while seated in the exact same place for hours. Maybe days, still wrapped under Emidio's coat. I didn't dare move, even as the crew got the boat ready for us to leave as fast as possible. I assumed the word had spread about the crazy woman with the scar on her face. Emidio told me about it, so I could help things get a move on. But I never broke contact with the waves, each roll sparkling beneath the light of the sun and the night sky. I don't think I had any thoughts, which is strange for me because my brain never ceases. But it had. I felt like I was staring at the most beautiful thing the world could ever produce. What must it be like to live under it? Whales and dolphins are lucky enough to see above and below the water if they wish. But what is it to be a fish? To only be completely consumed by water, only ever feeling the beauty push and pull at you, but to never witness it. To never witness how destructive such a beautiful thing can be. Let it be, and it craves stillness. But the forces around it cause water to bend to their will. Wind picks it up, dances with it. In small doses, it's all fun. In large doses, it's fatal. Light, fire. It warms, turning water from a cold shock into a liquid blanket, stopping it from icing over, closing itself off, from building its own walls to cut out the rest of us. But if fire feeds it too much, then water will disappear. It is a fascinating thing. It is a home, a cleanser, and a life protector. But add another source, just enough to tilt it off balance, and it is chaos, destruction, and pain. It's a mirror, begging for us to heed its lessons, but we don't listen because stillness isn't enough. Wind came along, and we had our fun, but I am no wave. I'm not destroying villages in my wake. Fire fed me, and I ate until my belly was full, and with every ember, I evaporated until it consumed my being whole. Now Lachlan sinks to the ocean's floor. She lays in wait. She is no more.